Hills Towing, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, the American, and the Boys and Girls Club of the Capital area.
Deal looking to throw. He will lob it towards up in the air. The ball is going to be caught by Terwilliger to the 5. Is he going to get in? He's in! A touchdown at the last second! And the Governors will take a lead, 34-28 in the half. Unbelievable!
Governor Sports on KCCR is also brought to you by American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebine Agency, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Pierre Closets, May Adam, Dakota Mart, Graham Tire, Gales Gas, Ferding Electric, and Envirotech.
And the Governor offense all of a sudden feeling a little bit more confident right now. Jasmine Yost will send it into the box. Flautmeyer will turn. Gets free. The shot. She scores! Natalie Flautmeyer makes it 2-1. And the Governors are on top for the first time.
And by Kathy Sunshine Properties, CHS River Plains, Dakota Sprinkler, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Lamb Motors, Deuces Wild, Faith Lutheran Church, River Bottom Sanitation, State Farm, Carrie Bauman and Becky Potsuba Agencies, Todd's Electric, and Sioux Nation.
Key second hit attack will go down, and there's your win for the Pierre Governors. Picks up 7 kills on the night, 25-12 in set number 3. The Governors will sweep the Douglas
Governor
Patriots.
Sports on KCCR is also brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Shane's Pharmacy, Pierre Roofing and Gutters, Sanford Clinic Pier, Beck Motors, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection.
Deal will drop back to pass. Moves around the pocket. He's able to break free to the 35, to the 30. Still up the middle. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown Governors! And they lead for the first time tonight. A 41-yard run for Jared Deal.
Governor Sports is also brought to you by Wagner Auto, First Fidelity Bank, Les Schwab, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Venture Communications, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church.
As Deal will take one more kneel down, and the Governors will be on the field. The Empire does strike back. 8 titles in 9 years for the Governors. It is home sweet home in Vermilion. 56-35. The Governors beat the Yankton Bucks and win the 11AA.
And now to the booth with the call of the game, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Riggs High School. It is the first game of the season for the Pierre Governors as they take on the Aberdeen Central, make that the Stevens Raiders. Stevens played Aberdeen Central last night, so we'll talk about that here in just a moment. But it is the Stevens Raiders who are in town for the opening game. First of 2 this weekend. The Govs will also host Rapid City Central tomorrow as they will come in after playing their game earlier this week and are playing Aberdeen Central as well here tonight. But this Govs squad, it's going to be some fresh faces. It's going to be some new faces that maybe unfamiliar to you, but from last year to this year, not a lot returned from the starting lineup with several seniors graduating, others not playing this year. This is a different looking lineup. Allie Keys will return, one of the senior outside hitters. She was a part of that lineup last year for a lot of the season. Hannah Eads is in the starting lineup. She returns. She got several more playing time as the year went on. She's a junior middle hitter, and then everybody else, while they may have varsity experience, they weren't in the starting lineup throughout the year. And then you've got a freshman and an 8th grader in the starting lineup for this Governor squad, and we'll talk more about that as we go along here this evening. Extended pregame show as they just started the second set of the sophomore match. The JV swept Stevens. The sophomores won the first game, 25-23. I think they scored the final 5 points. If I was watching the scoreboard correctly, they're down 23-20. End up winning 25-23 in that first set, so they're looking for a sweep to try and get them everybody. I believe everybody. I'm not sure if the freshman won or not, but here on this court, both JV and sophomore looking for wins, and then the varsity team would be up to try and get that win to try and get them a 3-0 day here on the main courts at Riggs High School. Stevens on the other side, they're also coming in. They've had a lot graduate and a lot move on, and they will be starting a freshman as well, a freshman setter that will be in the starting lineup, and some unfamiliar names for the Stevens Raiders fans from last year's team, varsity-wise, to this year's team. So there is a lot of change for both of these squads, and for the Raiders, it's a little bit harder to get the film and be ready to go. For the Governors, they were able to watch yesterday's match against Aberdeen Central. It was a 5-set match that the Golden Eagles did win, 25-15, 25-27, 18-25, 25-22, and then 7-15. So Stevens did take the first set, but then dropped the next two before tying things up and getting it to 5 for that 15-7 final score in set number 5. So this is a Stevens team that, again, there wasn't probably a lot of film on them. However, they did play last night, so the Governors have a little bit of a scouting report on what the Stevens liked to do last night, at least against Aberdeen Central, and we'll see how they respond here this evening. Not a lot of volleyball games tonight on a Friday night. There's a lot of football to be played around the state. We'll check in with scores in volleyball with a couple AA teams already in action, and then along with also those football scores with some start times, especially 11 AA, and then those area teams around the central South Dakota area. We'll give you some score updates here before we get rolling here tonight. Scheduled for a 6:30 first serve. Not going to be 6:30. It's 6:13 right now, and we're only 7 points into that second set of the sophomore match. But it should be a fun one here tonight between Pierre and Stevens. The first of two this weekend for the Governors at home. They'll play early tomorrow and get that varsity game around noon tomorrow afternoon before the football game at 5 o'clock tomorrow night at Hollister Field, which KCCR will have coverage of both the volleyball game tomorrow afternoon and the football game tomorrow night. All here on KCCR and available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So we'll take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk about the scores that have already happened. There's not a lot of games that have taken place in AA volleyball to this point, but we'll talk about everything that's happened so far to begin the season and the couple games that are in action tonight for volleyball on this Friday evening. We'll step aside, come back in 3 minutes as you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When the job must be done right and on time, builders across central South Dakota trust AGE Ready Mix. From residential pours to large commercial projects, AGE delivers quality concrete you can trust with dependable scheduling exactly when you need it. No shortcuts, no surprises, just solid results, pour after pour. Call 605-223-2732. Choose AGE Ready Mix Plant. Family owned, Fort Pierce strong.
We all know Graham Tire is your go-to spot for the best deals on top brand tires. But did you know they're also your complete full-service auto repair shop? From oil changes and brake service to computerized diagnostics, alignments, and new shocks, Graham Tire handles it all under one roof. Keep your ride running safe and smooth without running all over town. Big or small, tires or tune-ups, trust the experts who keep you moving. Stop by Graham Tire today or schedule your service online at grahamtire.com.
Fill your day with your favorite handcrafted latte or mocha from Caribou Coffee. Stock up on fresh produce, quality meats, and weekly grocery deals. Then head downstairs to discover our newest edition of women's apparel featuring stylish and trend-setting brands like Free People, Cut, Liverpool, and more. Top off your trip with gear from our full-line sporting goods department. Groceries, gear, fashion, and coffee all under one roof. Dakota Martin Pierre, your one-stop store.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Pierre Closets is here to help you organize the whole house or office, whether it's your closet, home office, laundry, garage, mudroom, or Murphy bed. Pierre Closets is the way to go. Pick out all the storage pieces that will make your life easier in the colors and materials you're wanting that gives you the space you didn't know you had. With custom storage solutions and well-planned designs, you can have the space you're truly looking for. Contact Pierre Closets Storage and Solutions by calling 605-223-5855 or email info@pierreclosets.com.
Extra space for your place, Pierre Closets. Whether you're gearing up for the sports season or just taking care of your game day squad, Sanford Clinic Pierre is on your team. Pediatric to geriatric care for annual exams, acute care needs, and sports physicals to cardiology outreach and telemedicine visits with several specialists. Stay winning this season. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-945-5560. Sanford Clinic Pierre, 605-945-5560.
And as we welcome you back here at Riggs High School, we get set for the Pierre Governors and the Stevens Raiders as the Govs open up the season against Stevens here this evening. And we look at around the states in AA volleyball that we've had several games so far this season. We'll go all the way back to Tuesday where a lot of the teams got their first action. Jefferson had a 25-19, 15-19 sweep of Huron. Yankton won in 4 over Brookings. O'Gorman with a sweep over Aberdeen Central. Watertown, after losing the first set to Roosevelt, ended up winning the next 3 to win it 3-1. St. Thomas More did defeat Douglas 3-0. Sturgis, after dropping the first set to Belfouche, won the next 3 to win 3-1. And Spearfish beat Rapid City Central, who we will see tomorrow. Rapid City Central, that is, in a 3-2 5-set win, winning 15-8 in that fifth game. A couple games last night in AA as well, and it was Brandon Valley with a sweep over Roosevelt. Rapid City Christian beat Douglas in a sweep. Dakota Valley, they swept Yankton in 3 sets. Hamlin with a 5-set win over Brookings. Lincoln beat Washington 3-1. Watertown over Jefferson 3-1. Aberdeen Central with that 5-set win over Stevens, who is here tonight in Harrisburg. They swept T. Boy, that Harrisburg team is going to be very good once again this year. 2 other games going on. Actually, now 1 other game going on. Aberdeen Central just swept Rapid City Central 25-9, 25-20, and 25-13. So Central, they finish up their varsity match, and now they will head to Pierre tomorrow. I would expect that they'll probably drive here the rest of the way tonight and get a night's sleep inside the hotel somewhere here in Pierre so they can maybe sleep in a little bit before having to come and play early Saturday morning along with a early Saturday afternoon game. Mitchell has a 2-0 lead over Sturgis. They're in the 3rd set right now. It took them 28-26 in that second set to get a win. So those are your other games happening tonight across AA. And so far, Watertown is 2-0. Nobody else sitting at 2-0. Pierre and Mitchell are the last teams to get their first games. As Mitchell is obviously playing right now, the Governor is playing here tonight, so they'll have 2 games by the end of the weekend. Only one other game is scheduled for this Friday night, and that's the Sunshine Bible Academy and Teoshpatopa are scheduled for a volleyball match in B action. One game happening right now in football, that is Washington beating Rapid City Central 14-0 at the end of the first half. The other game starting at 7 or later. T is winning 7-0 over Huron. That is a 6 o'clock start, so T's with about 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for the Titans over Huron in the first games of 11 AA. Belfouche and St. Thomas More are just getting under. Well, I think they're going to get underway at 7 o'clock. And that's a 11A and 11B matchup. Over on Country 95.3, Sully Buttes and Kimball White Lake, they will take action at 7 o'clock tonight. White Britchko have the call on Country 95.3 and on YouTube at Country 95.3 Sports. Lyman takes on Corsica Stigney at 7 o'clock as well in 9A action. Kadoka and Jones County will play at 7 o'clock in Jones County. Gettysburg and Woolsey Wessington playing as well in 9B. And, of course, right across the river, Stanley County and Hill City. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Both teams at 0-1 as the Buffs are playing their second year on that beautiful new turf at Ole Williamson Field. And those are your sports results from and games for volleyball and football. And, of course, the Governors are playing tomorrow. We'll have coverage at 4:30 with the kickoff at 5 o'clock on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll also then have volleyball tomorrow morning, coverage at 11:30 around there, and first serve at 12 o'clock. They are still in the second set, 13-9, the Governors lead over Stevens, looking to try and get their way into a sweep in the sophomore match as well. This Pierre Governor team looking at the schedule overall as a whole, and we're going to get to the coaches' interviews in just a little bit on top of it all. But they will be at home for the first 3 games. Next week, Thursday, they're at home against T before then having 8 days off before traveling to Sturgis and Spearfish for Friday and Saturday afternoon games. That Spearfish game we'll have on KCCR. We will not have the Sturgis game on KCCR that night. On September 11th. Then the Govs return home against Washington. They'll travel down for another Friday game to Yankton and then be at home the next day against Jefferson before traveling to Douglas. They'll be on the road a little bit more often on the back half of the schedule than they are at the front half of the schedule. A lot more home games to begin the year and then being on the road a little bit more often at the end of the season for the Pierre Governors. Stevens, after today, they will take on Rapid City Central. That is one of their road games, so that's an easy road trip for them before having that Rapid City volleyball tournament. They've got a lot of West River action before starting to travel out east to take on some Sioux Falls schools and moving on from there as well. They'll play in the Twin Cities Volleyball Invitational at Scottsbluff High School as well in the beginning of October for the Stevens Raiders. They were a team that ended up being at number 6 at the end of the season and then end up falling to Jefferson, the Sodak 16. I'm not sure why we're struggling here to get the sophomore game back up and going. Everything seems to be right, but we're having issues on the lineup, I guess, for these teams. It is still the first games of the year, but we're trying to get everything lined up and ready to go. Oh boy, we got to get things moving here a little bit quicker. But it is the Stevens Raiders and the Pierre Governors in the first game of the season for Pierre. They will be starting, and we'll go through the starting lineup here for the Governors. They will start a freshman and 8th grader. Lavin Stosher, the starting setter, an 8th grader for the Governors. Allie Keys, a senior outside hitter. Cindy Cassan will be the libero. She's a senior. Evie Doyle is starting as the outside hitter. She's a freshman. Maya Nicholas, the junior, is a right side hitter. Then Hannah Eads, another junior, and Faith Bomberger in the starting lineup as a senior as well for the Pierre Governors. So they have a couple of juniors, 1 freshman, 1 8th grader, and the rest being seniors for this Governor squad. So 3 seniors get the start. They have 2 juniors, a freshman, and an 8th grader for the Governors. For the Stevens Raiders, Addison Benson, a senior middle hitter. She stands at 6'2". You have Sawyer Van Beek, a 6-foot outside hitter junior. Number 7, Aurora Perdich, a 5'10" senior outside hitter. The libero is Jillian Goodhope, a 5'3" senior libero. Cedar Gabb, the sophomore, 6'2" middle hitter. Tessa Schroeder, a freshman, a 5'11" setter freshman. And Brooke Larson, a junior setter. She stands at 5'10" for the Stevens Raiders. So a couple of young but talented players to be able to start varsity-wise, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see some of these girls get their first opportunity. We're going to talk to especially Coach Wheelhouse about some of these girls getting their first taste of varsity action. Obviously, when we talk with Coach Montague of the Stevens Raiders, which will come up next, they played their first game, so the first game jitters, the first game nerves are a little bit out of the way. They're still looking for that first win. But for the Governors, this is their first opportunity to be on the court. And for some, the first time they're going to step foot on the varsity court, whether it be a starter or just in general, playing for the first time as a varsity Governor. And a little bit of some nerves, even if they're not showing it. There's probably some butterflies for some of these young girls as well. So this will be a lot of fun to see how this Governor team handles a Friday night game with no football to be played tonight. You get very little opportunities in the volleyball season to play on a Friday night, and you get this opportunity, and the Govs want to make the most of it against the Stevens Raiders here this evening. Let's take our next break in the pregame show. We'll take another 3-minute break. When we come back, we will start our conversations with our coaches. We'll first talk with Lindsay Montague of the Stevens Raiders, and then we'll talk Coach Wheelhouse after that. Back in 3 minutes as you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Tired of driving out of town just to get expert service on your European vehicle? Skip the long haul. Deuces Wild Repair in Pierre is fully certified in all European vehicles, offering dealership-level diagnostics and repair for your BMW, Audi, Mercedes, or Volkswagen right here at home. From precision imports to domestic cars and heavy-duty work trucks, their master-certified mechanics handle everything from routine maintenance to major overhauls. Get expert repairs without the big city price or drive. Call Carrie at Deuces Wild today at 605-222-3859 or stop by Grace Avenue in Pierre.
Due to recent storms that went through South Dakota, Attorney General Marty Jackley is asking consumers to proceed with caution when choosing who you hire to do repair work on your home or auto. You should check with the Department of Revenue to ensure that they're licensed to do business in South Dakota, and check with Consumer Protection to see if any complaints have been filed against the company. Never sign anything until you read all the details. They need to provide a 3-day right to cancel. For more information on your rights, go to consumer.sd.gov or call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area serves over 250 kids every day, giving them a safe place to go after school where they have fun and engage in learning activities school cannot provide. It is our mission to help every child become the best they can be. You can help children have a great future too by donating or volunteering for the club. For more information, go to bgccaparea.org or call us at 605-224-8699. From all of us here at the club, go Caps.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Summer storms have hit hard in true central South Dakota fashion, and even minor hail or high winds can leave hidden damage on your roof. With fall right around the corner, small leaks can turn into big winter headaches. Don't wait until the first freeze. Trust Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction. With over 25 years of local experience, Karsten and his crew deliver expert roof inspections, storm damage repairs, and seamless gutter installations. Protect your home before the weather turns. Call Karsten Erickson Roofing today at 605-280-8133. That's 605-280-8133 for a free inspection estimate.
Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre is celebrating 20 years of serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities, and we'd love for you to join us Thursday, June 11th for our Customer Appreciation Celebration. Stop in anytime from 8:30 to 5 for treats, giveaways, prize drawings, and lunch served from 11:30 to 1. Thank you for supporting your hometown independent pharmacy for the past 20 years. Shane's Pharmacy. Feel better for less and stay well with us.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Montague of the Stevens Raiders. Coach, you're coming in here tonight. You played your first game last night in Aberdeen Central. I know it's just one game, but in that 5-set match, what did you kind of learn about your team here the first part of the season?
I think we need to eliminate some errors. They played very well when they were on. They need to just play relaxed, because when they play relaxed, they have fun and things just click. When they start to get down, they play tense, and then they start hesitating and questioning. So, I mean, there's a young team. We have a freshman and a sophomore starting, so just getting them used to varsity has been fun to watch, but they just need to gain their confidence a little bit more.
You know, this Pierre team is going to be young as well, with a couple of freshmen, and there's an 8th grader that's in the starting lineup as well for the Governors. And you don't have any film on them because there's not a lot returning from last year. And probably the same, you didn't have much film, or you didn't really know going into against Aberdeen Central. So how difficult is it to play back-to-back days and not have any film on either team?
Yeah, well, we got to Aberdeen Central played O'Gorman, I believe. But we know kind of their key hitters coming in from last year. Otherwise, we just have to focus on playing our game and playing Raider volleyball, and we'll be good.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned that for you guys last night, you want to be able to eliminate those mistakes and focus on being able to stay on. What does a stay on Stevens team look like when you're playing at your best?
Executing our passes for sure. Our defense starts at the net with putting up a huge block. We're doing some different things blocking this year that we haven't done in the past 2 years, and it seems to be working very well.
This is when it's typically Friday, Saturday, you play Saturday afternoon, but on a Friday evening, you had all day from Aberdeen and coming to Pierre and trying to keep these girls busy because there wasn't any school for them today. What's the challenge of that playing on a Friday night after playing on a Thursday night and not having school to kind of keep their focus?
Yeah, we have a very structured atmosphere, so they get up in the morning, have breakfast. We go to study hall for a couple hours. We got on the bus, drove here, and then had a picnic in the park so they could get up, get moving, get some fresh air, and then came to the gym and execute.
What do you kind of expect from this Pierre Governor team coming in here tonight?
They're probably going to be very scrappy. I know they have a couple power hitters. It's going to be a good game, especially it's their first game, our second. It's always interesting dynamic when you're on the road versus at home.
What's going to be the biggest key for Stevens to get the win tonight?
Offense needs to put the ball down.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight. Good luck this season.
Thanks so much.
That is Coach Montague of the Stevens Raiders. Back with more of the pregame show next year on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 30 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agriculture. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. That number again is 223-2518. Todd's Electric Service, serving the Pierre Fort Pierre area. Todd's Electric Service, the line to power. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Looking for a place to grow in faith, connect with others, and make a difference? At Faith Lutheran Church in Pierre, you'll find a welcoming community that feels like family. Join us as we worship, learn, and serve together. Whether you're new to town or just searching for a fresh start, there's a place for you here. Visit faithluth.com to learn more about worship times, events, and ways to get involved. That's Faith Lutheran Church, rooted in Christ, growing in faith, serving the world.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Kerry Wheelhouse of the Pierre Governors. And, Coach, it is that first game of the season. It's a Friday night home game here for the Governors. There's got to be a lot of extra emotion. Being a Friday night, being the first game of the year, what's that feeling in that locker room right now?
Right now, it's just excitement to get on the court. You know, we had a longer preseason this year. We didn't start the season on a Tuesday like we've started the last 2 years that I've been the coach. So just having that longer preseason, I feel like the girls are just itching and they're ready to get out there and they're ready to compete. So a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, not as many nerves just because we've been practicing for so long. So I think that they're going to come out and give us a show.
Allie Keys returns in your starting lineup, and not much more returns from that starting lineup from last year. But how big is it to have Allie Keys back for this year?
Yeah, Allie and the senior group this year have been a huge leader boost to our program. They've been doing a really, really great job at leading this group. And then our junior class, the ones that are returning that were maybe on the bench last year or like right on the bubble of coming up to varsity, they've done a really good job of leading as well. And then you have that freshman group that's come in and just been super excited, brought a lot of energy, brought a different dynamic to the gym, and it's all kind of coming together.
And these girls that are going to get their first taste of varsity, whether that be in the starting lineup, whether that be just on the floor for the first time, being able to get going early, how key, I always ask how key is a good start, but for some of these girls that kind of work through maybe those nerves that they may not show it, but they may have those butterflies right now, how key is it to maybe get a kill early on or to get a dig early on to kind of settle them into it's just another volleyball game, even though you're the starting varsity member?
Yeah, we decided to go and put some of our varsity girls into the JV lineup just to give them that kind of start to get those nerves out. For the rest of them, I think they're experienced enough, they're mature enough to kind of deal with it, but knowing that they've got that leniency, that little bit of grace for the first couple points if they don't go our way, but they're good at resetting themselves if we start off on a little slower foot. But I think it's just one of those, they get one out of the way and they're ready to go. That's what we've been seeing in practice is if they make a mistake, they kind of shake it off pretty quickly. So definitely excited, talked about having that momentum coming out, and I think just that eagerness to be on the court is going to help us.
Now, this Stevens team, they've already played a game, which, it didn't give you a lot of time to actually look at film, but maybe you got a chance to catch a little bit of it or watch the game last night. But what do you expect from them, whether it is what you saw last night or what you kind of expected going into this week?
Yeah, we watched it together, did a little team bonding, watched the game together last night, so we were able to kind of see some of the stuff. They don't return a ton from last year either that played on the court. Lost their setter, which is a big hit to them, their senior setter. Have some new faces, missing a girl that was kind of a big key for them last year. So definitely saw that they're running out of the middle. They got a girl in there that she's got some pretty good height and she likes to swing and will swing from anywhere. So we've got that. And then just be ready. They're running a 6-2, it looks like, at least it was last night. And so making sure that we're going after their setters in the back row.
And then the biggest key overall for the first win here tonight in the home opener.
Really to have that energy, communicate with each other, and then just celebrate every point.
Coach, appreciate the time. It's good to have volleyball season back. Good luck tonight. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
As head coach Kerry Wheelhouse of the Pierre Governors will return more of the pregame show after this year on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly understands the Pierre community? Vilas Pharmacy of Pierre is proud to be locally owned and operated on East Dakota Avenue. As your neighborhood Health Mart pharmacy, we bring you trusted prescription service without a big box chain hassle. Our local staff has built lasting relationships with generations of Pierre families through short wait times, clear answers, and family care. Choose local. Choose Vilas Pharmacy of Pierre, your trusted Health Mart partner at 200 East Dakota Avenue.
Market declines, inflation, the COVID-19 pandemic. Today's headlines can be scary. Hi, I'm Josh Bauer, financial advisor with Edward Jones. Don't let the headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. We provide the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call us at 224-1179 or stop by our new location at 727 West Sioux Avenue to schedule your appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Whether you're stranded on the shoulder or need new rubber for your vehicle or semi, Black Hills Towing has you covered right here in Pierre. Beyond reliable 24/7 towing, their full-service shop handles quick tire repairs, replacement, and routine maintenance to keep you driving smooth. From roadside emergencies to shop service, local help is always around the corner. Stop by the shop in Pierre at 29313 Gary Street, Pierre, or call 605-440-0008 or 605-440-2018. Connect with Black Hills Towing on Facebook or visit blackhillstowing.com.
Your vehicle carries what matters most: your family, your work, and your everyday life. So when it comes to tires, brakes, and alignment, don't settle for good enough. Les Schwab backs what they sell with best-in-the-business warranties, free flat repairs, and routine maintenance support that helps keep you rolling safely every season. From daily drives to long road trips, they're ready to help before small problems turn into big ones. Drive with total confidence. Head to your nearest Les Schwab Tire Center today or visit leschwab.com.
Don't get frozen out. Get ahead of the colder weather with Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. Our team offers professional irrigation, winterization to protect your system all season long. We also provide reliable snow removal for a worry-free winter. Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. Schedule all your fall and winter needs today. DakotaSprinkler.com.
Fall sports are here, and Beck Motors Company is proud to cheer on our local teams. Whether you're heading to the game, hauling gear, or loading up the family, we've got the perfect vehicle for you. From tough, reliable trucks to spacious SUVs, Beck Motors Company is here for all of your automotive needs. Stop in today and upgrade your ride for the season. Beck Motors Company, making a great deal better. Visit beckmotors.com or call 605-224-5912.
A fullback crunches off tackle for an 8-yarder. A volleyballer crunches an ace into the corner. The crunch of a ball on a bat. Or a single leg takedown to the mat. Here's to the ones who come through when the pressure's on. Crunch time, so to speak. For you, we do more than run the numbers. We crunch them. First Fidelity. Born to bank. Member FDIC.
As we welcome you back, we continue to get set for the Pierre Governors and the Stevens Raiders. The Governor girls with the sophomore team getting the sweep over Stevens. So it has been sweeps by JV and the sophomores, and we'll see what this Governor varsity team can do here this evening in their first game of the season. Coach Carrie Wildhaus, her third season as head coach. Coach Montague, also third year as head coach. Lindsay Montague for the Stevens Raiders. So this is two coaches that are seeing some fresh faces that will get us started here in the varsity side of things, and it should be a fun matchup between these two teams. And again, we went through those starting lineups. We'll go through them again here as we've got about a little more than 11 minutes to go before first serve. Right around 7 o'clock is when first serve will happen here this evening. So looking forward, closing in on that first serve between the Pierre Governors and the Stevens Raiders. Those starting lineups, once again, we'll start with the Stevens Raiders. It is Assen Benson, a 6'2" senior middle hitter. Sawyer Van Beek, a 6-foot junior outside middle hitter. Aurora Perdich, the 5'10" senior outside hitter. Jillian Hope, Good Hope, the 5'3" senior libero. She'll be wearing the different color jersey here in this game. Cedar Gab, the 6'2 sophomore middle hitter. Tessa Schroeder, the 5'11 freshman setter and right side hitter. And Brooke Larson, the 5'10 junior setter for the Stevens Raiders. So it is Benson, Van Beek, Prudich, Gab, Schroeder, and Larson, with Good Hope being the libero. For the Pierre Governors, their starting lineup looks like this. It is Lavin Stosher, the 8th grader setter. Allie Keys, the senior outside hitter. Cindy Kassan will be the libero. She's the senior defensive specialist libero. Evie Doyle is the freshman outside hitter, and she is the other young girl to start. Not that being a junior means that you're a little bit more older, obviously, than those freshmen and 8th graders that are in the starting lineup. And then it is Maya Nicholas, the junior right side middle hitter. Hannah Eads, a junior middle hitter, and Faith Bomberger, a senior setter and defensive specialist for the Pierre Governors. So Stosher, Keys, Nicholas, Doyle, Eads, and Bomberger, with Kassan, the libero, wearing that different colored jersey. She'll be wearing the green jersey for the Governors who are wearing their white jerseys. Actually, she looks like she's going to be wearing just the white jersey for the Governors here tonight. So she's not wearing the different colored jersey, but was told that she'll be the libero for the Stevens Raiders here, or excuse me, for the Governors against the Stevens Raiders here tonight. First of two this weekend, Rapid City Central, who just lost in 3 to Aberdeen Central. They will be coming here tomorrow. That is scheduled for a 12 o'clock varsity first serve. We'll have coverage starting around 11:30. Obviously, it's going to be a half an hour later for this game to start than the 6:30 scheduled start time. But we'll still get her on the air around 11:30 or so, depending on how the games are going to that point. And then we'll have that first serve around 12 o'clock or after here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So then we'll have the next broadcast for volleyball after this weekend will be this coming Thursday when T-Area is in town. And that'll be a 6:30 first serve from Pierre High School before the Govs go on the road for the first time on September 11th and 12th, that Friday and Saturday, to Sturgis and Spearfish. And we will not have that Sturgis game on KCCR, but scheduled to have the Spearfish game on KCCR that Saturday afternoon from Spearfish High School. Governors and Rapid City Stevens Raiders here tonight. First game here at Riggs High School. The fall sports season is officially a go. We had tennis had a lot of competition so far this year. They're already now 3-4 in duels after playing yesterday. They split the 2 duels yesterday. You had golf played yesterday as well. They've had now 4 in total, 4 invites that they have played. That is was their 4th one. Then you have also cross country. Had their opening meet earlier today. You had soccer, who has played 4 games already. And cheer and dance will get started on Saturday. So the fall sports season, the football team playing it tomorrow as well. It's all in full swing here for the Pierre Governors and their fall sports season. So the Govs are just about to take the court for their warm-up. We'll step aside once again. We'll come back with more of the pregame show as we get set for Stevens and Pierre coming up from Riggs High School. Back in 3 minutes, you're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Man, my pocketbook took a hit from propane prices this winter.
Sounds like you need to talk to Ed, Chris, and Carlo over at CHS. I locked in my propane pricing this time last year with CHS, and they even set me up on a budget program so I could pay for it each month rather than all at once. Sure helped me this winter.
Really? A budget plan and you got to lock in a price now? Who did you talk to?
CHS, the elevator in town. They're also a hometown propane supplier. Give them a call at 224-5935. Ask for Ed, Chris, or Carla. Stop in or visit their website, chsriverplains.com.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Fall sports are here, and that means lots of noise as we cheer on our Governor athletes. But do you know what shouldn't be making a lot of noise? Your garage door. If your garage door squeaks, rattles, or just won't open, call Overhead Door, Company of Pierre. We'll help keep your garage door safe and working properly so that you can get back to the important things, like making it to the game on time. Hi, I'm Track Lindsay Kugel, son of Tyson and Crystal. Good luck this season, athletes, and go Governors!
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back, we are just about set and ready to go here from Riggs High School as we've got just a little bit more time before our first serve between Pierre and Stevens. It is going to be a good matchup as the Govs open up the season. They'll take on Rapid City Central going it tomorrow, but the Govs are looking for the opportunity to get things started on the right foot. This Pierre team missed the Sodak 16 last year. They want to, obviously the goal is to make the state tournament. They want to be in that Sodak 16, but that's the thing is that you have to get yourself in the Sodak 16 to give yourself an opportunity to be in that state tournament at the end of November, right before Thanksgiving. And the Govs, it all starts here tonight against the Stevens Raiders, and then moving forward against Rapid City Central tomorrow. I mentioned that Cindy Kassan was looking like she wasn't going to wear the green jersey. Well, she is in the green jersey now, she is the libero for the evening and was going to be. Just had to switch jerseys real fast between warm-up times to make sure that she was wearing the right jersey. But she'll be the libero for the Governors here on night one as we continue to get ready for this contest tonight. And again, we mentioned it earlier. We'll go back and look at the scores around the state. We had one final score already. Aberdeen Central had gotten the sweep over Rapid City Central. That was a 3-0, 25-9, 25-20, and 25-13 win. Sturgis is trying to make it a 5-set match against Mitchell. They lost the first set 25-21, then 28-26, but they've won the last two, they won the last one 25-23, and they lead 19-17 late here in this fourth set. That's at Mitchell High School. So they're trying to force a fifth set against the Mitchell Colonels here this evening, and we're the only other game to be played tonight between in-class AA, which we're the only game to be played tomorrow when it comes to 11 AA football. There'll be a couple 11 AA games, and I say a couple as in there'll be 3 overall. It is Jefferson and Harrisburg playing at 6 o'clock. We're playing at 5 o'clock against Sturgis, and then Flanger, Indian, and Marty playing an all-nations game tomorrow as well at 3 o'clock. So those are the only 3 Saturday games. Everybody else is playing tonight, and there's a couple games that have gotten underway. Sully Buttes and Kimball White Lake scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. Stanley County Hill City scheduled for a 7 o'clock start as well. As you can catch the Sully Buttes game on Country 95.3 and on YouTube at Country 95.3 Sports. Wyatt Britchka has the call of that contest, which should be a really good one in 9A between the Chargers and the Wildcats, who both feel after their first game wins are going to be, a 2-0 start. Chargers have a tough start of the season when their games and who they are playing. But boy, if they come out at 2-1 at the worst or 3-0, that's going to be a big mark for the Chargers going into their bye week. But we've got volleyball. That is on the way next. Pierre Governors and Stevens Raiders back in 3 minutes with First Serve here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Today's game is made possible by our great local sponsors like Kathy Sun and Shine Properties. Whether you're buying, selling, or looking for your forever home, Kathy and her crew are here to help make your move simple and stress-free. With local expertise and commitment to their clients, they are ready to go to work for you. Call 605-224-5588 today or visit contactkathy.com. Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, turning your dreams into an address.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut hundreds of cross, and played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, gray duck because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Carrie Bauman will help make it easy and affordable to help protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Carrie Bauman in Pierre today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
Red Rosa Italian Grill invites you to check out all the amazing things they have to offer. They are more than just delicious food. They have a full bar featuring one of the largest whiskey and bourbon selections in the area. Stop down for happy hour daily from 3 to 6. Lunch specials are served from 11 to 2 during the week. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10. Red Rosa Italian Grill, located at 808 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre.
High school sports is here. With Venture Communications, UView app streaming TV on Venture Internet is easy. Two options. UView Support airs local high school sports and Venture special events, including championship games. UView Plus adds VentureCom basic TV lineup and the Venture Extra package. Sign up now. You'll save $30 a month through the end of 2026. Get started today. Click venturecom.net or call to sign up.
For over 60 years, Ferding Electric has been powering homes and businesses across central South Dakota. When you need reliable electrical service, trust the experts with decades of experience. Whether it's a simple residential repair, a complex commercial installation, or even electrical work on your farm, Ferding Electric has you covered. And if you're tired of searching everywhere for that hard-to-find bulb, Ferding Electric carries a wide selection of bulbs, including those hard-to-find fluorescent and specialty options. Visit us at 2903 East Elizabeth Street or call today, 605-224-8684.
As we welcome you back, we are getting set for First Serve between the Pierre Governors and the Stevens Raiders, as we will send things down to Ryan Munson for the introduction of our starting lineups.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Rapid City Stevens Raiders. A senior middle hitter, number 1, Addison Benson. A junior outside middle hitter, number 5, Sawyer Van Beek. A senior outside hitter, number 7, Aurora Brudich. A senior libero, number 8, Jillian Goodhope. A sophomore middle hitter, number 11, Cedar Gabb. A freshman setter right side, number 12, Tessa Schroeder. A junior setter right side, number 15, Brooke Larson. The assistant coaches for the Raiders are Kylie Ward, Tessa Walter, Emily Coolish, and head coaches Mountain View. And now green and white on your feet. These are your Governor starters. A senior outside number 4, Allie Key. A senior libero number 10, City Gassan. A freshman outside hitter number 12, Evie Doyle. A junior right side middle hitter number 13, Maya Nicolette. A junior middle hitter number 14, Hannah Eads. A senior center defensive specialist number 18, Faith Humberger. And a freshman middle hitter right side number 20, Ellie Olivier. The Governors are coached by Cassidy Potter, Eric Whitaker, Peyton Gall, head coach Kerry Wilhouse. It is time to hook, set, and kill. It is time for volleyball.
So we're ready to go here from Riggs High School. A little change to the starting lineup as Ellie Olivier is in the starting lineup for the Governors instead of Lavin Stocher. So it will be a freshman, Ellie Olivier, the middle hitter, right side hitter for the Governors in the starting lineup as well. So that's the only change, but it is Keys, Kassan, Doyle, Nicholas, Eads, Baumberger, and Olivier. For the Stevens Raiders, it is Benson, Van Beek, Prudich, Gab, Schroeder, Larson, and Good Hope, the libero. And as we get set for our first game of the season, a reminder, American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard, powering your scoreboard this year. As we are just about ready to go. Stevens Raiders are looking to get their libero on the floor, and the Raiders will get the first serve of the season for the Governors, as it will be Brooke Larson to swing and to serve first. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. As the serve, that will be missed by Olivier, and an early ace for Brooke Larson. And the first ace, first points, goes to the Stevens Raiders. Here's Larson again from left to right. It is received to the back row, now set to the middle for Keys, but that is dug out by the Raiders. That's set right in the middle, and a diving attempt, unable to dig it out, was Keys, and it is Benson with the kill. Addison Benson gets the first kill of the night for the Stevens Raiders, and they quickly lead 2-0 here over the Pierre Governors. Another serve from Larson. Olivier receives this one. This will be set middle of the floor, tapped over by Hannah Eads, and that is a sliding dig by Larson. Now swing from near the back row from on the 10-foot line, and then it's a hit across, but it will be a two-hit violation called against Doyle. And the first hitting error for the Governors. And it's a 3-0 lead here early on for the Raiders in our first set. This serve, Olivier will receive it. It'll be Baumberger that will set, and then Doyle unable to swing for that one either. And it's now a quick 5, make that 4-0 lead for Stevens. Larson again will serve from left to right. That is going to be hitting the Governors and the line, and another ace to make it a quick 5-0 lead, and already a timeout taken here by the Pierre Governors. So 5-0 is our score early on in this first set. We will step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Well, Coach Carrie Wheelhouse has taken her first timeout as the Pierre Governors trail at 5-0 here early on. And not the start that the Govs are hoping to have, as Larson again is serving here for the Raiders. That will be served out, and so the Govs will get their first points on the service error from Brooke Larson, who had 2 service aces, and now the service error. Lavin Stosher will check in, and she will serve first here for the Governors. The 8th grader right into the action as she will serve for Pierre. Also received in the back row. Larson coming over to try and set it with the bump set, and then was tapped across by the Raiders. Below the floor, tapped over by Eads, and that's played from Benson. And then on the near side, the attack by Tessa Schroeder gets the kill. And Schroeder has made this now a 6-1 advantage for the Raiders. Josie Williams, the 5'5 junior defensive specialist, checks in. She'll go back to serve from left to right. Her serve from the far end of the court. It is received in the back row. Now from Eads. That one will go into the nets. And it's a 7-1 lead here for Stevens. Third hitting error of the first set by the Governors. 2 kills so far for Stevens along with 2 aces. 7-1 lead here in the first set. This one skips over the net. Sliding in to make the play was Baumberger. Now from the back row, the attack from Keys. Dug out by the libero in Goodhope. And then on that far end, the far side, Prudich will tap it down. And Aurora Prudich gets the kill to make it 8-1 here for Stevens. On from the left to right, that will be served out by Josie Williams. Second service error. The 2 points for the Governors have come through the service error. And it's now an 8-2 game. This will be Allie Keys on the serve. Middle of the floor, that is going to be a net violation against the Governors. So it doesn't matter that it was in or not, it was a net violation. And it's now a 9-2 lead here for the Stevens Raiders. And we're going to have Eva Wolf check in for the first time. She will go back to serve. Wolf from left to right. Kassan. It'll be Stosher, and now it'll be Keys. That is a free ball here for the Raiders. That one tapped in the middle of the floor, dug out by Kassan, though. Stosher will set for Doyle. That is off the hands, and there's the first kill for the Governors. Evie Doyle with the kill, and it's 9-3 in favor of Stevens. Doyle, her first kill, and now checking in will be Annie Merkwan, the junior defensive specialist. She'll go back to serve as well. Jumping into the game and jumping to serve. 9-3, Governors are down by 6 here in set 1. From right to left, that is going to be a sliding play on the serve reception. Tapped over the wall, and the Governors will get called for a 2-hit violation. And it is, I believe, it was Cedar Gab that had the kill. Nope, it was on Prudich that had the kill to make it a 10-3 game. Kira Kalahar, the 5'8 senior, her serve. Merkwan to receive it. Baumberger will set over from Keys, who is now in the front row. But then an attack again from Prudich, her third kill of the first set, makes it now 11-3. And they've been able to feed her quite a bit for the Stevens Raiders on that left side, far side of the court. Kalahar again will serve. Skips off the net. Stosher back set. Keys into the open space. Perfect placement for Allie Keys' first kill of the night. Make it 11-4 game. Olivier will check back in. Ellie Olivier, the freshman middle hitter, will check in for Stosher. And now we've got Faith Baumberger back to serve. Baumberger, middle of the floor, her serve. It is received. That's going to get out, and it's going to be a service ace for Baumberger. Off of Good Hope. Mishandled the serve, and Baumberger gets the ace And the Govs now trail 11-5 here in set one. Good hope that one will go to the back line. Almost went out, but now it's going to be across, and City Kassan to play for Bomberger. Now Olivier with the attack. That's high up in the air, hit the backboard, stayed alive, and a free ball coming for the Raiders. This will be back to Bomberger to set, middle of the floor again. That's tapped and down, and that'll be a kill for Maya Nicholas, the junior. Nicholas gets on the score sheet, her first kill, and it's now 11-6. Govs are down by 5 here in set one. They trailed 5-0 early on, and they were trying to play even right now with Stevens and try to get back into this game, but a service error this time from Faith Bomberger. First error from the Governors on the service line, and it's now 12-6. From left to right, the serve from Prudich. 3 kills already. At the net, Bomberger tapped it across. Kassan is right there. The pass to Bomberger. Now near side for Keys. Her attack is tipped and then dug out by the Raiders. Far side, the attack comes across and down from Josie Williams. And a point for the Raiders to make it 13-6. Stevens leads by 7 here in our first set tonight. Aurora Prudich. We get a rotation violation against the Governors. Make it now 14-6. And so we get our first rotation violation. On the serve, it is received by Olivier. Comes back to Olivier. Her attack will go long. And the fourth hitting error by the Governors here in set number 1 to make it now 15-6. This will be received here by Keys. That far side attack goes off the net. Now it's going to be set by Kalahar near side, tipped and then dug out by the Governors. Second hit attack is going to go long by Bomberger. And back-to-back hitting errors by the Govs to make it 16-6. And Coach Gary Wilhouse will take her second timeout. Governors are down by 10, 16-6 here in set 1. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sioux Nation is proud to introduce Drake Seed, the same great service you've trusted for 40 years, now with a bold new focus, crafting the best seed products in the flyway. With advanced seed genetics, professional seed treatments, and a state-of-the-art cleaning facility, we set a higher standard in quality because our farmers deserve the best. We're here to help you grow. Visit drakeseed.com or stop by today to talk with our expert agronomy team. Drake Seed and Sioux Nation, quality seed and solutions to grow with confidence.
As we welcome you back, it is a 16-6 ball game. The Pierre Governors are down by 10 here in set number 1 of this first game of the season. As Pierre trying to climb their way back in this first set. And it will be coming out of the timeout. Aurora Prudich to serve another time for the Raiders. Both timeouts being used by the Governors. And so here is the serve out of the timeout. Prudich, it'll be received by Keys. Bomberger to set. That attack coming from Nicholas. That is dug out by Prudich. That attack down the line, it was tipped and Bomberger is able to play. It comes back to Bomberger. She'll get it across on the third hit by the Governors. Off the net, it will go down for a kill for Cedar Gab as it was set by the Raiders. Not the best swing from Stevens, but it was still effective. Skipped off the net and went straight down for a kill, the first one of the night for Cedar Gab, and it's now 17-6 in favor of the Raiders in set 1. Prudich again will serve. This will be Bomberger near side. Olivier, that is a high dig. That one stays off, and it will be a 4-hit violation against the Raiders. It hit the ceiling on the dig. Had it gone over, it would have been out, but it came down off the net, and that's still playable, but it was just too tough of an opportunity for the Raiders to try and get it back across the net. You can play it off the ceiling if it's on your side. You can't hit it off the ceiling and go across. City Kassan will serve. There's a rotation violation against the Stevens Raiders. So back-to-back points here for the Raiders now. Now the down referee going to go talk to the up official to talk about the rotation violation, I'm assuming. And so it is the point that will go to the Governors. And now we've got more discussion. I'm sure Coach Montague wants an explanation of how it's a rotation violation. So, that was a rotation violation against the Governors. So it's 18-7. Well, I'm not sure how it's a the down official wasn't even looking at where the Governors were at. So how did the rotation violation go against Pierre? That doesn't make any sense to me. So instead, it's now 18-7. Here's the serve that will go out from the libero in Good Hope. And the third service error against Stevens here in this first set, and it's now 18-8 in favor of Stevens. Allie Keys is back to serve for the Governors. A returning starter from last year's team. Here is the near side, the attack coming from Larson, dug out by Keys in the back row. Second hit attack by Bomberger, turns into more of a free ball. Larson again, that attack goes just beyond the white line and out. And the Govs will pick up a second straight points. And the first hitting error of the night for the Stevens Raiders. Governors have 5 in this first set. Stevens with just that first one. Far side, that is going to be tipped. It is now going to be Bomberger. It'll be a back row attack by Keys, and she'll get the points. The back row attack from Allie Keys, and it's now 18-10. And so Allie Keys with her second kill. This will be on that far end. That attack is tipped, and the Governors with a little bit of a dig. They're going to get one-handed return from Bomberger. Nearly a 4-hit attack by the Governors, but then the dig from Keys is unable to be played, and it goes out, and it will be a kill coming up here from number 5, Sawyer Van Beek, her first one of the night, and it's now 19-10. And Stevens 6 points away from taking the first set here tonight over the Governors. Brooke Larson is back to serve again for Stevens. Kassan with the reception. Doyle with the pass over, and then miscommunication between Olivier and Bomberger. And Olivier jumped over the top of Bomberger, but put it into the net. And it's now 20-10. Another 10-point lead again for Stevens. It's on the overpass, goes out into the near side for the Stevens attack. Not a big attack from the Raiders. Olivier with the swing. That dig goes back across the net, and then it'll be put down, and it will be a point for the Raiders, and Sawyer Van Beek will get the kill to make it 21-10. This one will end up going down for a service ace for Brooke Larson. And it's now 22-10 here for Stevens. That one would be served long, and Brooke Larson with a service error. And it's now 22-11, so an 11-point lead. And And now Lavin Stosher will go back to serve. This will be to Larson. The attack coming, that is off the hands. It will go down for Sawyer Van Beek again, and another kill for Stevens, make it 23-11. Serve will go across. That is going to be an ace. It is now 24-11. The ace coming from Josie Williams. Fourth ace of this first set for Stevens. First one tonight. And now it'll be tapped across. Governor's trying to get to it, and they're unable to, and it will be a kill for Erica Clough. And it's 25-11 in set number one. Stevens will take it over the Pierre Governors to open up the season for Pierre. Back with set two in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre help you update your home or office with the latest in hardwood, laminate, ceramic, vinyl, and carpet fashions. With over 30 years of flooring fashion and solutions, Country Carpet and Flooring makes choosing the right items fun and easy. For the latest design in flooring, call 224-9297 or stop by 414 East Sioux Avenue. Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre.
If your house could talk after this summer, it's probably asked for an aspirin and maybe a new gutter system too. South Dakota wind, hail, and heavy rain can leave behind loose shingles, hidden leaks, dented gutters, and drainage problems that get a whole lot worse once freezing temperatures move in. Before fall leaves pile up and winter ice starts forming, call the local crew that knows what your home is up against. Pierre Roofing and Gutters handles roof repair, storm damage, full replacements, and seamless gutter systems built for South Dakota weather. Honest work, fair pricing, and local craftsmanship you can count on season after season. Pierre Roofing and Gutters, 605-220-8080.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
When the job must be done right and on time, builders across central South Dakota trust AGE Ready Mix. From residential pours to large commercial projects, AGE delivers quality concrete you can trust with dependable scheduling exactly when you need it. No shortcuts, no surprises, just solid results, pour after pour. Call 605-223-2732. Choose AGE Ready Mix Plant. Family owned, Fort Pierce strong.
As we welcome you back, it is going to be a 1-0 lead for Stevens over Pierre. American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard as we get set for our second set. Governors will get the first serve of this second set. And the Govs will be having Lavin Stosher, I believe, serve first to get things started for the Govs here tonight in this second set here this evening, as they will take on Central tomorrow with coverage at 11:30 with a 12 o'clock first serve here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So Lavin Stosher from left to right, that'll go out, so it'll be a service aired to get started here in this second set. This serve coming from Brooke Larson. It is now a hit across coming from Addison Benson. That one will go down for Evie Doyle. And Evie Doyle gets the first kill of the second set for the Governors, her second of the night. Overall, they had, for Stevens, they finished with 11 kills in that first set to the Governors 4. Another service error for Pierre, and that is coming from Hannah Eads. And so the now third service error after having just one, and second service error in this set after having just one in the first set. Lavin Stocher will set far side. Doyle, that's tipped and will go down. Evie Doyle's got back-to-back kills for the Governors to have their first 2 points of set number 2, and we're tied at 2 here in this second set, with Stevens taking the first one 25-11. Addie Merkwan will go back to serve. She'll go from right to left. Merkwan, that will go just barely out and barely long from Merkwan to make it now 3-2, and all 3 points have been service errors so far for Stevens. And Evie Doyle's got both points for the Governors with 2 kills, but she is not in the game right now, so you guys will have to get someone else involved. On the serve, it'll be received by Merkwan. Kassan with the pass, Keys with the attack. It will go be tipped, and unable to get to it was Josie Williams, and Allie Keys grabs the kill to make it 3-3. Pierre with just 4 kills in set 1, have 3 already in the first 3 points of this second set. As Olivier will check in for Stocher. And Faith Baumberger is back to serve here for the Governors. Baumberger, that will hit the net, and it's 4 service errors in this set now for the Governors. All 4 points have gone to Stevens without them having to ever touch the ball. Outside of tipping a attack by Pierre, the only time they've touched the ball is on the serve so far for Stevens. That one will be served long, and it's now 4-4. As Kira Kalahar will have the service error. They had 4 in set 1. That's their 5th one now of the night. Now Cindy Kassan will serve. That one will stay in and be received by the Raiders. Near side attack. Prudich, that is dug out by Baumberger. Olivier will try and set the middle, and the Hannah Eaves will put it into the nets. And a hitting error from the Governors. Pierre had 6 hitting errors in that first set. Hannah Eads now with the hitting error, her second one. Now 5-4 in favor of Stevens in set 2. From left to right, Prudich will serve. Baumberger, it'll be tapped over. This is now going to be in the near side. That one's across. Kassan can't find a way to get a hand on it to keep it up in the air. And Brooke Larson is going to get her first kill to make it now 6-4 in favor of Stevens. Prudich, another serve for the Raiders. This is B. Bomber, tapped across in the second hit, but well read by the Raiders. Second hit attack, free ball here for the Governors. Kassan for Olivier. That was a pass across. The Governors will get the point as they went across the net to play it. So Pierre will pick up the point to make it 6-5 and never got over the net, never got to the top of the net. And so the Govs get the point on the violation by the Raiders. And Evie Doyle will check back in here for Pierre. Merkwan will take a seat. Allie Keys is back to serve for Pierre. It'll be Good Hope to receive it. Larson near side on the set. That goes down for the kill. Here at Kalahar set up Brooke Larson. Another kill for Larson to make it 7-5 here in set number 2. Josie Williams, the libero, serving. It is going to be received by Kassan. Pass to Olivier. That will go down for a kill. And it is Ellie Olivier will get the kill to make it now 7-6. Olivier gets the first kill of the night. And Lavin Stosher now to serve back into the ball game. Govs trail it by 1 here in set 2 after falling in set 1, 25-11. Stoshers as Williams will receive. That'll be tipped off the hands and out, so it'll be a kill coming for Sawyer Van Beek, her 4th of the night. And the lead's back right up to 2 again here for the Stevens Raiders. 8-6 lead for Stevens. Brooke Larson from left to right for Stevens. Stosher will set, tapped over by Eads. Sliding in was Williams. Back set, near side. That's up in the air from Kassan. And it'll hit looked like it hit a light, hit something up top, and came straight down. And the kill for Larson to make it now a 9-6 game. This will be now coming from Stosher, near side. Bomberger tapped over the wall. Diving in was Larson. Now from the near side, that attack dug out by Stosher. Bomberger second hit attack, got it across. Diving attempt, and then Doyle on the overpass will play it down. And Evie Doyle will have her 4th kill of the night. And it's 9-7. And Pierre down by 2 here in set 1 again. On the serve from Hannah Eads, that will go long, and it's now 10-7. That is the second service error by Eads here in this set. It's on the serve, that'll be behind the antenna, so Doyle couldn't return it, so it's now 11-7. This will be a rotation violation on the Governors. And it's now a 12-7 lead. So now they are trying to get everybody lined up the way they need to. Coach Wheelhouse having a discussion with the down official. And now it'll be here for the Governors. Doyle. Middle of the floor. That one looked like it could have been net violation, but it will turn into a kill for Addison Benson, her 2nd of the night. And then this serve will go long, and a service error. And that's it from Prudich, I believe, that had the service error. And now we have Addison Merquan. And now on the serve, it'll be to the near side. Benson, that attack high up in the air, and it will go off the ceiling and down, so Benson will get the kill to make it now 14-8. So now from left to right on the serve, it will go to Kassan. Here on the near end, left hand, the attack from Nicholas. It will be a lift called, and Nicholas will get the kill, her 2nd, to make it now 14-9. And now it will Be Olivier that will check back in for the Governors. A couple subs for the Stevens Raiders. And Baumberger will go back to serve. 14-9 here in set 2. Stevens has a 1-0 set lead. This will come to the nets, and it will be a forehead violation, or it ends up falling anyway. So the Governors pick up the point to make it 14-10. I believe it should be 14-10. They got 15-9 up here. I think they put the wrong score up. And then a rotation violation against the Stevens Raiders. Maybe I put the wrong score up at one point. I got 14-11. I've got 15-10 on the scoreboard right now. And now again, the discussion of why it was a rotation violation. And so it will be a serve here again for the Governors. Faith Baumberger will serve. There we go, it is 14-11. This will be over from Prudich to the near side. It is Keys. Now back over for Larson. Two hands go across, and it will be played by Kassan. Pass from Baumberger down the line, and will go down for Allie Keys. She'll get the kill to make it 14-12, and Pierre staying alive here in the second set. 14-12 here in set number 2. Pierre down by 2. Trying to fight their way back in this second set to even things up. This will be tapped backwards. Prudich will get the kill. Quick set and the attack to make it 15-12 into a 3-point lead. Now go the Raiders. So they lead it by 3. Kira Kalahar from left to right. It'll be Baumberger. Back row attack from Merquan. That will be hit too long. And Addie Merquan with the hitting air. Only the second one of this set from the Governors. That one is right down the line. That'll be an ace for Kira Kalahar. That'll be her first ace. And now it's 17-12. No timeouts have been used yet for either one of these teams. This will be right into the net now, this time by Kalahar, so she'll have her second service error in the set, and it's now 17-13, and Pierce down by 4 here in this second set. Cindy Kassan go back to serve. It'll be sliding in, near side. That one will go down for Aurora Prudich. Another kill for Prudich to make it 18-13. And then we'll go back for Prudich another time to serve. Prudich from left to right. The 5-point lead here in set 2. Baumberger. It'll be Olivier. That is blocked. And then the dig unable to be played back across. So block shot for Cedar Gab, the first block shot that we've seen. And Cedar Gab makes it 19-13. Another serve here from Prudich. It'll be now for Olivier. Down the line, dug out by Williams. That's set to the far side, sliding in Merquan, overpass of the dig, and it will be touched back down by Sawyer Van Beek to make it 20-13, and there's your first timeout of set number 2. Stevens leads it by 7 here in our second set. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
We all know Graham Tire is your go-to spot for the best deals on top brand tires. But did you know they're also your complete full-service auto repair shop? From oil changes and brake service to computerized diagnostics, alignments, and new shocks, Graham Tire handles it all under one roof. Keep your ride running safe and smooth without running all over town. Big or small, tires or tune-ups, trust the experts who keep you moving. Stop by Graham Tire today or schedule your service online at grahamtire.com.
As we welcome you back, it is a 20-13 lead for Stevens over the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. This is our first of 2 volleyball games this weekend. We'll have Rapid City Central at home tomorrow. The 12 o'clock first serve. Prudich will serve from left to right. The reception went back across for a free ball for Stevens. Right down the line, dug out by Baumberger. It'll be a free ball coming from Merquan now to the Stevens Raiders. Williams will set near side for Larson. That is tipped, and that will go down. And Larson will have the kill to make it 21-13. Aurora Prudich from left to right. And a rotation violation against the Governors. That's their 4th one of the game. And it's now 22-13. So a 9-point lead here for Stevens here in this second set. That one is misplayed on the reception for Maddie Merquan, so another ace for Prudich. Her first one of the night, second one of the set here for Stevens, and now they have 6 in the whole entire game. They're 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. Prudich from left to right. It is Merquan. Baumberger now near side. That is blocked. It was not touched by Merquan as the block went out, so it'll be Hannah Eads with the kill. And Hannah Eads has her first one of the night. That is 8 kills now in this set. That's doubled the amount of kills that the Govs had in set number 1, but they're still down by 9. As Keys will serve right down the middle of the floor. Back row attack coming from Prudich, and that will go high and long, and the Govs will get back-to-back points. It's only the second hitting error that I have for Stevens. I might have missed a couple. They haven't had too many hitting errors. 23-15. This is now set for Larson. That is blocked by the Governors, but stays in play. Now near side for Larson again, off the hands of Doyle. It will go to the left of her, down for a kill. 5 kills in the set for Brooke Larson. 24-15. Stevens now with set point again to try and take a 2-0 lead. As from left to right on the serve, it'll be Kassan. Now near side for Doyle. That will be hit out, and it will be a 25-15 win in set number 2 for the Stevens Raiders. They lead it 2-0. We will head to the third set as the Govs will try and make a comeback. They are down 2-0 to Stevens. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Fill your day with your favorite handcrafted latte or mocha from Caribou Coffee. Stock up on fresh produce, quality meats, and weekly grocery deals. Then head downstairs to discover our newest edition of women's apparel featuring stylish and trend-setting brands like Free People, Cut, Liverpool, and more. Top off your trip with gear from our full-line sporting goods department. Groceries, gear, fashion, and coffee all under one roof. Dakota Martin Pierre, your one-stop store.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Pierre Closets is here to help you organize the whole house or office, whether it's your closet, home office, laundry, garage, mudroom, or Murphy bed. Pierre Closets is the way to go. Pick out all the storage pieces that will make your life easier in the colors and materials you're wanting that gives you the space you didn't know you had. With custom storage solutions and well-planned designs, you can have the space you're truly looking for. Contact Pierre Closets Storage and Solutions by calling 605-223-5855 or email info@pierreclosets.com.
Extra space for your place, Pierre Closets.
Whether you're gearing up for the sports season or just taking care of your game day squad, Save for Clinic Pierre is on your team. Pediatric to geriatric care for annual exams, acute care needs, and sports physicals to cardiology outreach and telemedicine visits with several specialists. Stay winning this season. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-945-5560. Save for Clinic Pierre, 605-945-5560.
As we welcome you back, we are getting set for our third sets of the night. And it is a 2-0 lead for the Stevens Raiders over the Pierre Governors. John Winkler with you on this Friday night. And it will be tomorrow morning, 11:30, around 11:30 for coverage with a 12 o'clock first serve between Pierre and Rapid City Central, our first of two Pierre Governor games on the air. We'll have football then later that night, coverage at 4:30 and a 5 o'clock kickoff from Hollister Field as we will have Pierre and Sturgis in 11AA to wrap up week one. And it should be a lot of fun over at Hollister Field. Looking forward to it. Can't wait for that first game of the season for football. The serve to get us underway here in this third set coming from Brooke Larson, and then a block shot points coming from Addison Benson. And it's only the second block shot point of the game, both coming from Stevens. As Larson again will serve with a 1-0 lead here in set three. Eads will tap it across. Larson comes diving in, but no one else could play it. Sawyer Van Beek was too far behind it, and Hannah Eads will give her the kill. Gus had 8 in that second set. Now have 13 overall between the three in kills. It was 11 kills for Stevens in sets 1 and 2 for 22 in total. Here on the near side, that set from Larson. Benson, that goes off the net, but it was touched, and then it's played out by Stevens. So it's a point for the Governors. It would be a block shot for the Governors, but that would be their first one of the night. And did not see who it was that got a handle of it. So now here from the back row attack, it is Prudich that will get the kill. And Aurora Prudich now with 6, as she's been efficient from everywhere she's been on the floor, whether it's been on the back row or not. She has had an efficient approach, and 6 kills for her on the night now. Left to right, it is Josie Williams. Here now coming from Hannah Eads, and that is going to be into the net, hitting air. And it is now a 3-2 lead. Williams, that is going to be hit long. And so Josie Williams with the service air. And it's now a 3-3 game here in set number 3. Eads on the serve. Larson will set far side. Prudich, that's another kill for Aurora Prudich to make it now a 4-3 advantage here for the Stevens Raiders. Second kill of the set. She's now got 7 in the ball game. She leads all hitters. Brooke Larson with 5. Sawyer Van Beek also with 5. All 3 of those girls had 5 coming into this third set. Eva Wolf with the serve that goes too long. And the service aired to make it now a 4-4 game here in set 3. As we will see Addie Merquan check back in, the junior. Berquan, come into your picture frame on YouTube at KCCR Sports as she will serve this across. That'll be played from the reception across for a free ball. Stosher to set, and it will go down for a kill for Allie Keys. And it's now a 5-4 advantage here for the Governors. Allie Keys picks up her 5th kill of the night. She now has a team lead. Evie Doyle with 4 kills, 3 in that second set. Berquan on the serve, that'll be into the net. Another service error for the Governors. And it's now a 5-5 game here in set number 3. 7 service errors now for the Governors in total. From left to right on the serve here from Kira Kalahar. Baumberger trying to pass it back to the front of the nets. Is a free ball coming from Stosher. Near side, make that middle of the floor. That attack was tipped but down for a kill for Cedar Gab. Her 2nd kill of the night, and it's a 6-5 lead now for Stevens here in set number 3. From left to right, on the serve from Kalahar. Stosher, this will get to the nets, and underneath the nets, a net violation into the net was the ball. The 3rd hit was Baumberger, and it's a 7-5 advantage. Goes with 11 hitting errors. Baumberger can't receive this one, and it's going to be an ace to make it 8-5. And Kira Kalahar has her 2nd ace of the night. 7 aces in total for Stevens. And make that a now service error. That's the 10th service error from Stevens. And the 3rd one now from Kalahar. She's got 3 aces and 3 errors. Faith Baumberger will serve. Slowly over the net, sliding in was Good Hope. Free ball coming for the Governors. Merquan trying to get the pass to Baumberger. Over from Keys, didn't get much on that hit. Now Prudich. Kassan trying to make the diving dig to her left, but unable to. And Aurora Prudich picks up kill number 8. Now 9-6. Aurora Prudich from left to right. We'll get Prudich, that will tie her shoe. And so now here's the serve for Aurora Prudich. And now a rotation violation against the Governors. And so now it is the 5th time that Pierre has been called for a rotation violation. Kassan and Merquan were in the wrong spots. And it's now a 10-6 game for Stevens. Prudich again will serve. That will skip off the net and it will go out. It did not land on the line. And so Prudich with the air. And it's now 10-7. Kassan from right to left. It is Good Hope that will receive. Far side the attack. That is going to be dug out. Now it's near side again for the Raiders. And that will be a kill for Brooke Larson, her 6th of the night. And it's 11-7. Stevens with the 4-point lead. Timeout will be taken by Coach Carrie Wheelhouse. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Tired of driving out of town just to get expert service on your European vehicle? Skip the long haul. Dunes' Wild Repair in Pierre is fully certified in all European vehicles, offering dealership level diagnostics and repair for your BMW, Audi, Mercedes, or Volkswagen right here at home. From precision imports to domestic cars and heavy-duty work trucks, their master certified mechanics handle everything from routine maintenance to major overhauls. Get expert repairs without the big city price or drive. Call Carrie at Deuces Wild today at 605-222-3859 or stop by Grace Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back, it is a lead here for the Stevens Raiders on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard, 11-7. And we got the timeout. It will be Stevens to serve and Jillian Goodhope from left to right. It is going to be served and off the hands of Merkwan for an ace for the libero. Her first ace of the night. And it's now 12-7. Stevens with a 5-point lead here in this third set. Goodhope again will serve. Right down the line, another ace. Merkwan went diving for it, unable to get to it. And Goodhope with back-to-back aces make it now 13-7. Goodhope again. That serve will go long. That'll be out. And it is her second service error. And now Allie Keys will go back to serve. Evie Doyle will check in for Addie Merkwan. And Keys on the serve. It is Goodhope to receive it. Near side Larson. That is up high, and that will be a down for a kill for Brooke Larson, her 7th of the night. Makes it 14-8. Stevens controlling by 6 here in this third set. Larson will go back to serve. This will be Baumberger, near side, make that middle of the floor. Hannah Eads will pick up the kill. And Hannah Eads has her third kill of the night to make it 14-9. Olivier is checked out for Lavin Stosher to go back to serve. As the 8th grader will serve from right to left. This will go to the near side. It is going to be Larson that will set. That one is tipped, and that will go down for a kill, and that will be from Sawyer Van Beek. And Van Beek is going to get her 6th kill to make it now 15-9. Larson, Prudich, both with 7 and 8 kills, and Van Beek with 6. Those three have been doing the damage for the Stevens Raiders tonight with a 15-9 advantage on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. From left to right, it is Josie Williams. Now Stosher on the set. Free ball coming from Eads. Goodhope, Larson, middle of the floor for Benson. That is going to be dug out, goes off the backboard. Second hit goes from Baumberger and a free ball. Governor's trying to recover defensively, but it will be a kill for Aurora Prudich again. She now has 9, and it's a 16-9 lead for the Raiders. They are 9 points away from picking up a 3-set win. Williams from left to right. It is now going to be Stosher to Eads down the line. Larson, far side. It is Stosher with the dig. Baumberger had her shot blocked. Now Stosher with the set over for Kasama to free ball to the Raiders. Near side the attack. That will go down, a net violation against the Governors anyway. Erica Clough was swinging for the kill, had it, but also a net violation called. And it's 17-9. Stevens over Pierre. Another Josie Williams serve. This will be now Stosher to set. That is tapped over, dug out. Benson, Kassan can't dig it out, and Addison Benson picks up her 4th kill to make it 18-9. And the second timeout will be taken here by the Stevens Raiders, by the Pierre Governors, as Stevens leads it 18-9 here in set 3. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Summer's coming to an end. Time to start looking for a warm trip this winter. Things I need to keep in mind before I book. I need to check the reviews. I need to look at their cancellation policies. Does it make any sense to purchase travel insurance for this trip? I also need to keep my receipts and communication with my travel confirmations. And lastly, I need to make sure that I'm on a true travel website before I book. If you have any questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
As we welcome you back, it is going to be a lead here for the Stevens Raiders. 18-9, the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. It is 7 points away here for the Raiders. And it will be Josie Williams that will serve. Raiders leading 2-0. From left to right on the serve. It'll be now for Stosher to set near side for Bomberger. Back to her, but it is dug out by Prudich off the net. And then the attack dug out again. Erica Clough was trying that one. Stosher on the third hit, trying to get to the corner. Free ball here coming for the Raiders. Benson trying to go from that near side, but will hit it long and is hitting air. And again, they have not had too many hitting errors. That, by my stats, only their third hitting error of the entire night. One in each of the 3 sets for the Raiders. Benson, that reserve reception, and Prudich might have had her hardest hit of the night. My goodness, that one was shot out of a cannon. Her 10th kill tonight. And it's a 19-10 lead. Eva Wolf will check in and serve with a 9-point lead. That one is off the hands. That will go for a point, as it was unable to be held by Hallie Rechtenbaugh, who has checked in for the Governors. Right now you have by Nicholas, Rechtenbaugh, and Kassan in the back row. Stosher, Doyle, and Bomberger in the front row for the Governors. And it's 20-10. Kassan trying to pass it back towards the front of the net. Nicholas from the back row attack. That is going to be Larson to set. Back row attack, and that will be hit out. Josie Williams. And again, a rare hitting error from the Stevens Raiders. And it's 22-11. Addison Merquan's checked back in. She goes back to serve. 9-point lead for Stevens. 5 points away are the Raiders from winning 3-0. Make it now 4 points as that serve goes long for Merquan. And it's 21-11. A 10-point lead here for Stevens in set number 3. Governors will take on Rapid City Central, who was swept earlier today. They're now 0-2. They lost in 5 to Spearfish. And they lost in 3 to Aberdeen Central. This is a pass that goes across, and then it's going to go out of bounds by Prudich. And that's a rare mistake from Prudich tonight. It is her second hitting error, but she had all kinds of room and put it too far, that far end of the court, and hit it out. And it's now 21-12. Faith Bomberger will serve. This is at the net, unable to get it over, so the Governors will pick up a point to make it 21-13. And so now it is an 8 points advantage, but the Govs are running out of time. This serve, Good Hope. Far side on the set, Larson, that is blocked by Olivier, but it does go out. And Larson will pick up her 8th kill to make it 22-13. And it now puts this into just 9 points away, 3 points away with a 9-point lead. 3 points away for the Stevens Raiders to take the win, their first one of the season after losing in 5 to Aberdeen Central last night. Back row attack from Merquan, diving for it, off the net, played across on a free ball by the Raiders. Kassan, near side for Keys. That will get hit into the nets. 23-13. That is the 12th hitting error by the Governors here in this first match of the season. Aurora Prudich again will serve. 2 points away now are the Raiders. Kassan, this will be Bomberger near side, tapped over by Keys. It is going to get across on a free ball. Bomberger to Kassan to try and pass it to Olivier. That attack will go out by Olivier. And it's now 24-13, and it is match points for the Raiders. Aurora Prudich to serve for the match with an 11-point lead. That'll be hit out. And Prudich on the service error. Her third of the evening makes it 24-14, and Pierre will need to score the next 10 points in a row to stay alive. City Kassan will serve. We needed her to serve for a long time. On the pass that goes too long, and then it will be Ellie Olivier that will send it back down. Reception got passed across the net. Ellie Olivier was there to send it right back where it came from. Makes it 24-15. 9-point advantage. Kassan on the serve. This will be set back. Larson will tap it across. It'll be then from Merquan, Bomberger, near side. Larson, and Brooke Larson will end it. 25-15 in the third set. It is a final 25-15 in set number 3. 25-11, 25-15, 25-15. We will step aside, come back in 2 minutes. You're listening here to the Pierre Governor volleyball team on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Back in 2 minutes.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area serves over 250 kids every day, giving them a safe place to go after school where they have fun and engage in learning activities school cannot provide. It is our mission to help every child become the best they can be. You can help children have a great future too by donating or volunteering for the club. For more information, go to bgccaparea.org or call us at 605-224-8699. From all of us here at the club, go Caps.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Summer storms have hit hard in true central South Dakota fashion, and even minor hail or high winds can leave hidden damage on your roof. With fall right around the corner, small leaks can turn into big winter headaches. Don't wait until the first freeze. Trust Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction. With over 25 years of local experience, Karsten and his crew deliver expert roof inspections, storm damage repairs, and seamless gutter installations. Protect your home before the weather turns. Call Karsten Erickson Roofing today at 605-280-8133. That's 605-280-8133 for a free inspection estimate.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
As we welcome you back, it is a final score here tonight, and the Pierre Governors will fall in a three-set match with a 25-11, 25-15, and 25-15 score. And we'll pull that back up there as it ends up being a 3-0 win for Stevens over Pierre. Govs had 4 kills in that first set before having 8 in set 2, finishing with 4 in set 3 for 16 in total. They were led by Allie Keys, who had 5 kills. 4 kills for Evie Doyle, had 3 of those 4 in the second set. He had 3 kills from Hannah Eads, 2 from Maya Nicholas, and 2 from Ellie Olivier. Governors had 13 total hitting errors. They had 8 service aces and only 1 ace and 1 block shot for the Governors, as Faith Bomberger had the lone ace of the night for the Pierre Governors. On the other side for the Stevens Raiders, who were victorious tonight, 34 kills to only 6 hitting errors. They were led by 10 kills from Aurora Prudich, 9 from Brooke Larson. Then he had 4 from Addison Benson, and 6 from Sawyer Van Beek, and then 2 from Cedar Gab, and then 1 apiece for Tessa Schroeder, Erica Clough, and Josie Williams. So they had almost everybody, all but 5, get in the hitting column, but everybody that played had a kill on the night for the Stevens Raiders. Ace-wise, they had 3 in that first set from Brooke Larson, as she had the team lead in aces, and overall had 9 aces to 13 service errors. They had 2 block shots, 1 coming from Addison Benson and 1 from Cedar Gab. But 13 service errors, that was probably their biggest downfall, was the amount of service errors, but it didn't hurt them. Pierre had 8 service errors to just 1 ace overall, so it was in favor still of the Stevens Raiders to pick up the win 25-11, 15-15 to go to 1-0 on the season. So we will see Rapid City Central tomorrow. That'll be coming up with coverage at 11:30 and a 12 o'clock first serve. Right around 11:30 to get on the air with a 12 o'clock first serve. We'll have it for you on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. They're just about to halftime between Kimmel White Lake and Sully Buttes. It's 20-6 in favor of Kimmel White Lake. We've got coverage of that on Country 95.3 and on YouTube at Country 95.3 Sports. It is a end of the first half. Great game over in next to Parkview, Ole Williamson Field. 14-12, Hill City has a lead over Stanley County at the end of the first half. That's a good ball game that will have a great second half over at Ole Williamson Field. 11 AA scores. They've got a 28-19 lead over Huron in the fourth quarter. Douglas leading Custer 21-7. That's the same score for Mitchell leading Brookings at the end of the first half. Yankton has a 27-3 lead over Aberdeen Central at the end of the first half. Watertown leads Spearfish 12-0 at the end of their first half as in 11 AA. And we've got Pierre Governor football as well tomorrow. We've got volleyball first, and then football will follow. And that'll be a 5 o'clock kickoff. Coverage at 4:30 on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports for that football game. We'll be back on the air around 11:30-ish tomorrow morning for that 12 o'clock first serve between Pierre and Rapid City Central. So that will wrap things up for us here in our first broadcast of the fall sports season. The Pierre Governors will fall 25-15 to the Stevens Raiders here tonight in 3 sets, 25-11, 25-15, and 25-15. Want to say thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station. John Mickley here signing off. We'll be back at 11:30 tomorrow morning between Pierre and Rapid City Central. It is a 3-set win for Stevens over Pierre, 25-11, 25-15, and 25-15, as we say so long from Riggs High School.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors on KCCR are brought to you by Overhead Door, Red Rosa, Kruger Climate Systems, Black Hills Towing, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, American, the Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Pierre Closets, May Adam, Dakota Mart, Graham Tire, Gales Gas, Ferding Electric, Envirotech, Kathy Sunshine Properties, CHS River Plains, Dakota Sprinkler, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Lamb Motors, Deuces Wild, Faith Lutheran Church, River Bottom Sanitation, State Farm, Carrie Bauman and Becky Possiba Agencies, Todd's Electric, Sioux Nation, Xander Auto Parts, Shane's Pharmacy, Pierre Roofing and Gutters, Sanford Clinic Pier, Beck Motors, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Wagner Auto, Vilas Pharmacy, First Fidelity Bank, Les Schwab, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Venture Communications, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church. Join us all season here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports for more Pierre Governor action. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.